Oh, come on. What is with the consistency of this thing? Hmm. Seriously. What the heck? Well, I'm not really doing anything that important today anyway, so... Oh well. Hey, Annam. I see you in the chat. You got here pretty quick. You're reeing at me. Anyway. Getting back into Ancestors again. I was thinking about playing yesterday, but... I didn't feel like it. I seem to be having technical issues again today. I seem to have those on Fridays. I wonder if it's just that more people are on Fridays. I don't know. I don't know. I want to check something. How many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 19 of these. So, here's what we're gonna do. You okay, dude? Why are you intoxicated? Oh, anyway, I'm gonna grab the monkeys with the kids on them. We're gonna go find the meteorite site. We're gonna discover a meteorite site. So we get all the bonuses, and then we're gonna jump ahead of generation. Because that's what we gonna do. Need some audio as I do a test. Oh. You should be focusing on your test more rather than listening to me. Got the kids, it's time to mutate them. Pretty much. Okay, let's see. Where's all the smoke at? This grass is still poorly rendered. Makes me happy for some reason. Alright, there's the smoke there. Is there anything else? Huh, nothing. I know there's more meteorite sites though. You guys following? Yeah, you're following. You're right there. Look how far this was. That was on purpose. I wanted to make sure we could get here easily. Alright. Michael McNamar, welcome. Finally able to catch a stream. Yeah, probably won't be too long a stream, and the connection's not great, but I'll talk with you for a while, and that's nice. Anyway, you'll get what you need for bipedalism. I need to evolve to get those permanently. Oh, hi, birds. So, probably not. We discovered it. Clarissa Clearing's meteorite site. Who's Carissa? That discovery notification still hasn't faded. Oh, there we go. You guys coming? On the tree. He's following? Gonna join me? Gonna be wild, crazy monkeys? Okay, there you are. Do you jump from all the way over there? Where's the other one? Huh. I don't know. But wherever they aren't here now. Put the stick there. Put the stick there. Anyway. Counter maneuver. That has been automatically added? What? Okay. Weird. Guess that's what we get. Sad thing is, I'm pretty sure this is one of the... This right here is one of the genetics for, being able to... for bipedalism. But we can't get it while we're like this, because... we have to evolve for that. What am I doing? Alright. Let's lock in a few things. Mostly my stuff that's furthest away from the center here, so that we can easily get it back. That's odd. Then I'll lock both of those in? Oh well, whatever. And then this one. Let me just have these two, which I can easily get a hold of again after going through a generation. You know what? I don't think we've jumped a generation since evolving, so... Neat. Yes. Actually, no, we have jumped forward one generation, I think. I've been having a hard time trying to focus on getting my recordings for my next episode done. Like, I have the script done, it's just, every time I try to do the recordings, I'm like, I'm not sure if that's a good way to put the line, I'm not sure if that's very good, I'm not sure if this is very good, it's like, I guess I get, what's the term, self-conscious about my voicing? I don't know. Some clan members are dead. That's what happens when you age. Baby with spontaneous genetic mutation. I mean, pretty sure the babies are adults now. Alright. Now we gotta do what we always do. Find other people. You got Foe and Dom. Or people who are related to each other, so we don't fall into that bad pit again. Yi and Pa. Foe and Dom, another female. Was the other one who had Foe and Dom a female? Oh, yes. That works out a little better. Anyway, where is the rest of them? There should be quite a few more. Oh, here's one. Q and Gu. This one's my brother. Yi and Pa, a male. Is the other male Yi and Pa? Yeah. So really the only ones I have to worry about are these two right here. And I'm already one of them, so... Works for me. Alright. Alright. Now with everybody watching. Gather around, everyone! Oh, this is dumb. Alright. We're bonding. James bonding. Gather around as the magic begins. Well, pregnancy and birth is a magical thing. You're single, so that'll work. Where is... There's a female who isn't. There we go. Not really much to say here. Just fucking and grunting. And we'll just do this. Skip that, because I've seen it way too many times as it is. Lie down. Meet again. Communication skills. We can't have that in our children. Haven't you been to school? Also, hi, can show me rocks. There you are. Again, not really much going on right now. Check out the genetic mutations. Not really too much. Geez, a lot of social, mutations going on here. How are we, guys? We guys are good. Not really much more to say than that. Would you stop picking that up? I need to move this pile of sticks. Eventually. We're not doing it right now. You know, getting to the ocean is one goal, but I actually saw a full neural tree maxed. I wonder how painful would it be to do that, given you need to evolve and have genetic mutations permanent. Yeah, that would be a very long haul type of thing to do. Which I, to be perfectly honest, am not really up for doing. I mean, again, I like this game. I really like this game. It's definitely become one of my favorite games. Which, for me, it's always special to me when I can find another game I like so much, I can straight up call it one of my favorites. Because I can't always do that. Like, no matter how good a game gets with reviews and stuff, I can't always be like, oh yeah, that's my favorite game. Like, no. A lot of games, especially games that aren't from my childhood, I have a hard time connecting with. So when I find a game that I do really connect with, I consider it very special. And I really like this game. Problem is, I don't want to spend forever trying to max out that stupid neural tree. That just sounds like a pain in the ass I just don't want to deal with. But, that all being said, I do at least want to get to the ocean, because the thing I love about this game is the map. Like, the world is gargantuan. I don't think I can think of another game that has a world this friggin' big. And yeah, it's not like there's like towns or civilizations or a lot of characters to go through in it, but it's a huge world. You can explore and discover just about anything and everything, and it's just so much fun. So getting to the ocean, like the ocean is the end goal of the game. It is the last map area to get to. So to me, for me who loves the map of this game, that to me is an endpoint. Getting to the end of the map. And that's why I've chosen that as my stopping point. Because it's like, once I get there, I'm good. I mean, yeah, I love the exploration. I love discovering stuff. I love finding a bunch of different things. That all being said, I also love just walking around exploring. I kind of want to keep doing that. Because it is fun. And it makes me happy. Oh, good thing I checked. What is that? Python? Let's see if I can actually intimidate this time around. Because I haven't seemed to been able to intimidate for a while. Each time I load the game, it seems to have taken away my ability to intimidate things. Now it's cold, because I'm in the savannah and it's nighttime. Oh, hi! Oh, where are you going? You scared? You scared, cat? Where are you going, asshole? Get back here! You stalking me? I'm stalking you, asshole. Where are you going? Where are you going? What? Dodge? I wasn't dodging. Murdering is what I'm doing! Ah. There we go. Whoa. Okay. Kinda wish I could skin him and wear his pelt as a jacket. Would keep me warm at night. Anyways, what's the chat been up to? Understandable. This is one of the few games I'd say don't attempt to 100% it. I dumped a political video to watch this. So much more soothing. Also, I love big world maps. Same. Reminds me that I'm still hoping to see that video of you simply talking about your favorite games or shows. Maybe you could live stream that too. Maybe. Though, when I talk about my favorite games or shows, I tend to want to write out what I'm going to say before I say it, so that I can, you know, properly convey how I feel about something, rather than just running at the mouth and losing myself in my own words. I really should have taken a nap before coming out to do all this. Drop my stick here and climb up the tree and take a nap. Probably not the best place to go sleep, especially since the python's on its way back. You know what? We'll go to the next tree and sleep. I don't need that thing stalking me in my sleep. There's a cat body over there. Go eat it. You can consider this party started, for I have arrived. Eh. I seem to start streaming the second I start programming. And that's my fault? That's work. You're a stalker, Paul. I'll have to arrest you. But can you prove it outside this recorded video on the internet? I don't think so. What the fuck? Do I need to get some water? Shut up, phone. No one loves you. You know, I'm just gonna head to that because I think that's gonna be our next settlement. Because I looked on the map not too long ago, and it seemed like I thought I saw something here. What is that? Oh, that's the aloe leaf. It seems like right over here is about. Oh, jeez. I need some water. Right about over here is where the, what would you call it? It's an oasis that is fairly well defended, has quite a bit of food, and is pretty much in the center of the entire map. Like, I looked at the map, and, you know what, I'll just show it to you as soon as I'm done eating these leaves here. Paul, your phone. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just the usual work updates. Lots of people have COVID in the nursing home, and we need to try to keep safe, yada yada yada. I've heard it all before. Trust me. It's a pre-recorded message. It's pretty much the exact same every single time. Okay, this is a good place to sit while I work as a stalker. What would be really cool is a game like this, but for dinosaurs. It would be cool to see. It would be cool to see. I do agree with that. Okay, looking at the map here. The place I'm talking about is right about there. It's right there. That's where we're heading. And as you can see in the map, that's pretty much the center of the entire map. Well, actually, technically the center is over here, but there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. And this place, from what I've heard, is a fairly good defensible location, though you don't really need to worry much about defense in this game. But yeah, it's a good spot to be. Fairly centralized and pretty decent. But anyway, at least again, that's what I've heard. I have not actually seen it myself yet. Pretty sure we're gonna find. One sec. Let me listen for danger. Oh, do I hear the hyenas? That's a python. Thought I heard the hyenas. Anyway, we're going to take a look at it for ourselves, see what's good about it, what's not, and if it's a place we want to settle into. Ooh, mud. This is actually something quite useful. Get me cool in the sun. Yeah! I'm a cold boy now. Covered in mud. Huh. Surprised this wasn't a zone of fear or something. Anyways, let's discover it. Remember when I thought Torok was a game where you played as a dinosaur? Imagine my disappointed upon finding the truth. Yeah. Few games like that where it's you think you can expect something and then it's not what you expect, and then you're sad. This is a fairly nice location. Nothing really likely to come up this way. Quite a bit of food. Nice little watering hole. Oh! I knew we would come to it eventually. Kind of weird that it only happens like halfway into the oasis, but oh well. I'll take it. I just have to reach Conquer Zone, which is right over here. I say right over here, but it looks like it's a little further than I thought. Yeah! I am the monkey! Ark has a play as dinosaur mod. Does that count? I heard that Ark isn't really a game to get into at this point. It's so, filled with players who are so, what's the term? Broken? That kind of takes the fun out of it. Anyway, drink some water. Yeah, I think we'll settle this place. I'll explore around a little bit more, and then we'll probably decide on just coming here. My friends and I were playing Don't Starve together for a while. It's a really fun survival game with a Tim Burton-esque cartoon style. Yeah, I've played that a bit before. It's a good one. I've never gotten very far in it, but I've played it before. I always seem to get attacked by the very trees that I need to cut down in order to survive, so things don't always go too well for me. I like this. It's elevated. You can see any direction that you want to explore to, except for, you know, up there, but whatever. Do I still remember this place? Yes. Alright, we'll go over there and explore that triangle over there. And we'll head back and bring the colony over this way. I think that sounds like a plan. Does that sound like a plan to you? Sounds like a plan to me. I just play single player with friends, to be honest. Pretty much the same here. Gazelles! Fear me! A lot of aloe vera plants. Or aloe plants. Whatever. You know what I meant. Horses? We can't afford to lose no horses. I can't finish that quote because it uses the N-word. Oh. Here we go again. Oh boy, here I go discovering again. Walk like a man, fast as you can. Walk like a man, my darling. Alright, now where is that, ah, there it is. Head further that way. Well, gotta turn off seasons and other stuff and don't starve or you die. I mean, that's kind of the point of the game, isn't it? There's hippos here? Seriously? Oh. As long as they don't bug me. Oh, that was almost a mistake. A lot of animals around here. Interesting that I can't hear the buffaloes from where I'm at right now. Anyway. We'll just skirt around them. For some reason, seeing hippos just makes me think of the Madagascar movies. I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. I like 'em round. I like 'em plumpy. Is that a rhino? I think that's a rhino. Let's see if we can get close enough without it skewering us. There we go. Look at him. The white rhinoceros. Pretty sure those go extinct in a number of years. Anyway. Back to what I was doing. So what's this place? Rock Arrow Oasis. This is an oasis? There was a rhino here. Also, I'm pretty sure this activates a few meteors. Oh, this place is kind of nice. It's got a river. Watering area. Oh, has a few rhinos, but, you know. Yep, more meters. Oh well. Identify the ocean's beach tower. Oh, so my goal was to discover the Savannah Rock away. Oh, okay. Hey, get back here. Ah, fuck it. Let's climb to the top. See what's up here. Let's see what we can see. It's not a rhino, tell me it's a unicorn. I mean... kinda. Unicorn just means one horn. So technically a rhino would count. I mean, some rhinos I think have 2 horns, but I think most have 1. Or, I could be wrong on that. I'm not certain. Oh hey, it's a ruby. Mine. Whoa, this is higher than I thought. What the fuck? Stay awake, you stupid monkey. Let's see the meter over there. It only shows 1, but I'm pretty sure... oh, there is the other one. Oh, there's the other one there, too. There were 3 of them. They're all over the damn place. Well, anyway. Guess we'll head back. See if we can go without falling. What the f- Okay. Well, everything we just did was undone because of of a little trip and fall there. Shit. All that exploration. Oh, fuck. Actually, no, the meteor should have counted, so we'll probably start right at just a little ways from where we died there, so... Whoops! I'm like, wait, why am I falling so slow? Like, I was trying to turn around to catch the rock as I was going down, but for some reason I was falling so slowly, and then all of a sudden it's just BAM! Into the ground. It's like, what the fuck just happened? What was that? Remember Schmendrick? Remember Red Bull gives you death? I do remember that. That was my idea, and I used that line. And I mentioned it to him earlier, and he stole it. Let's try to catch up with Chad here for a second. Pride Rock. It does look like Pride Rock, doesn't it? Well, I did old Zelda games. Have it to where you were supposed to return to dungeons to get the rest of the loot. Did it have you do that? I don't remember it having you do that in a lot of the old ones. I mean, I guess before Ocarina of Time, the only one I really played was A Link to the Past. And that one you never returned to the dungeons. At least I don't recall ever doing that. Huh. At least they didn't show the baby's deaths. Nah, that just happens if you don't get them to a hidey hole in time. Then they show the baby's deaths. The fuck? Are there fucking crocodiles around here? What are gazelles? What a gazelle. Why is there a crocodile nest? I'm certain these are crocodile eggs. Huh. Well, anyway. Let's head back. Goron Mines and Twilight Princess need a claw shot to get to a higher platform. Really? Huh. I guess I don't really consider Twilight Princess an old Zelda game. It technically is, but I've never really considered it as such. Probably because it was newer to me. I guess I consider anything before Ocarina of Time old, even though Ocarina of Time is like... Oh jeez, Ocarina of Time's like 20 years old now. So, technically, yes, that is a very old game at this point. My standards for old games is askew because, well, I'm aged. Python just slithering around over there. I'm not as scared of pythons as I used to be. Ever since I figured out I could just poke them with a stick. Use the pokey stick on him. Hyenas! In the Pride Lands! Can I scare a snake over to the hyenas and have one of them kill each other? Can I do that? What is this? I don't know what this is. Tiger heading over toward the hyenas, so maybe I'll just keep a close watch on him and see what happens. Hide in the grass. Oh yeah. Who's laughing now, asshole? Let me guess, the other hyenas skedaddled. Yep, they skedaddled. Let's get out of here before that tiger decides he's in the mood for some monkey. A while back I saw a video about a glitch used for lowest pickup speedruns of Twilight Princess that take hours to do. Oh, neat. Oh, what is that? What are you, I wonder? New wildlife. The Black Mamba! Just like in that movie. Megamind. Anyway. It's another snack. And the OG Legend of Zelda aged terribly. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Some people still like it, but... yeah, no, it did. I can't stand it personally. But I do like that they kind of took the game and then had a bit of fun with it, trying to see how to make Breath of the Wild by taking that game and just like expanding on that. Like the way they made Breath of the Wild was making a version of that game. What the heck? Oh, that's just a plant. I thought it was an animal. They made... I can hear something. Huh. Thought I heard a cat. But they took a version of the original Legend of Zelda game and then just kind of played around and experimented with what they could do in that, and then tried to apply that to Breath of the Wild, which I thought was a good idea. Perfect landing on that tree. Hey everybody, I'm back. Found a new place for us to call home. Inspect this crocodile egg that's been cracked open. Consume the croc. Apparently, anytime Link does his I got a thing holding of an item, the animation loops not quite perfect, and over the course of hours, he'll slide the clip through anything in his path. Wow, really? I emulated the GameCube version of Wind Waker, but now I, whoops, can't use the Tingle Tuner because the GBA was meant to be plugged into the console and used. Ah. Makes sense. My sister used to have a GameCube disc for Zelda games, including the first and the one where Zelda is asleep. That's the second one. I think I have that one. Wish I could find it. I can still use the GameCube with my TV. This feature a demo of Wind Waker. Yep, I have that. Went out of my way to buy it after I played the Wind Waker. She probably took it with her to Australia, the bitch. Don't fall again. I'm still not sure how that last one happened, because I kind of was just slowly falling, and then all of a sudden I was on the ground. Y'all remember Wind Waker RNG Battleship the game? I remember seeing clips of that, but never played it. We'll play the OG Legend of Zelda on my 3DS, but only because of the save state. I saw a video recently about a tool they've come up With to optimize that minigame, this spot has the highest possibility based on what's already done. Oh, you're talking about the battleship game in Wind Waker, not... I was thinking of something else, but yeah, I remember that. It sucks. Wish they made another Toon Link game or Spirit Tracks manga. Yeah. That'd be nice. Anyway. Gotta get some water. Might. Oh, I'm still holding the rock. There we go. No more rock. It's still there. Also, there's a Poke Stick here. Neat. Anyway, drink up. Only good part about it is the loot and the voices the guy at the counter does. I do love his voices. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm also a man who enjoys doing many voices. Make sure everyone's eating. Alright, everybody. Grab your kids. It's moving day. Where are the kids? Oh, there's one. Hello, child. Okay. Right, knock. Get a child. Where are all the children? Hanging with their dead relatives, I see. Good. Okay, door. Weird name, but okay. Pick up child. Pick up other child. Pick up the child. There. We're just gonna... Stop selecting Dom. Okay. Switch back to you. And I'm sorry to say, we're not going to bother bringing these with us this time. It's just a big hassle. What I will do, though, is put that away. Pick it up, and then... come get your sticks. Yes, the elderly will come defend everyone. I have a right to shove a stick into something. It's our right to bear sticks. Anyways. I loved Wind Waker. Not so much Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks, though, honestly. Really. I mean... Wind Waker's my favorite game, so it's not like I blame you, but I like Spirit Tracks well enough. What the? Oh my gosh, really? Really, guys? For some reason, me telling them to pick up sticks somehow broke the call to arms that I had them do. Alright, here I go again. Everybody, gather around and follow. We are moving today. I think my favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess, but Wind Waker is very special. No Zelda game since has been like it. True. I have a huge soft spot for DS games. The Nintendo DS and the PS Vita are some of my favorite consoles of all time. They were a lot of fun. Well, the DS was, anyway. I can't really say much about the Vita. You guys coming? Yeah. Guys on your way up here? You'll find your way up here. What the? Okay, you're already up here. Good to know. Let's go. We have a new home to get to. I used to play Twilight Princess for hours when I was younger. I loved Arbor Grounds and the Snow Peak Mansion. Those were a lot of fun. Admittedly, Snow Peak Mansion was a little weird, but I enjoyed it. Well, I almost had a heart attack when you jumped. Sorry about that. I think a lot of touchscreen gimmick stuff was very hit or miss for me, mostly. And the due scale of how many islands there were definitely cost a lot of the charm with Phantom Hourglass. They weren't awful. I understand what you're getting at. Got them horses over there. Is that a snake mound? It looks like a snake mound. Or is that a hidey hole? That's neither. Huh, weird. Anyway. Keep on moving. Probably on the lower end of Zelda games for me, which isn't necessarily bad because I love most Zelda games. Same. Though, there are a few games I really don't like. Well, Paul, remember Booger Kid? When you talked to him, he said, Government was calling for you. Lincoln, so was my mom. Like, whoa. Oh, in the Wind Waker game, yeah. The guy was calling for you, and so was my mom. Your mom's fat! Oh. Python. Thing is, I don't know. Why can I not intimidate? Did I lose the ability to do that at some point? Well, it doesn't matter. It's dead now. I love the slow thrust. Oh. Some grade A monkey madness right here. I'm taking your children. In fact, everyone take a child. That is not what I wanted you to do. Put that down. Pick it up. Yes. Take them. And switch back to your dominant hand. Okay, now we're going. I don't think you guys did what I asked you to do. You did not. There. Alright. Now let's move on. Love turning into a wolf and learning new skills was great. Wish it got a Switch release along with Wind Waker. Yeah, so far it's only on the Wii U, which I thought the Wii U was, you know, when it was announced, I thought it was like, oh man, I would have killed to have this as a kid. Because we only had one TV in the house growing up, and the fact that you could switch to the screen on the Wii U was just like the most amazing thing to me. It's like, oh man, that would have been great. Because so many times I would have to give up playing a game because it was sports going on or something, and other people needed the television for something, so I wasn't able to keep playing games. But if I had a Wii U, oh boy. Of course, the Switch is like a few thousand times better than the Wii U, so, you know, not much of a comparison there. It's very cold out right now. What's down there? Another python. Let's just keep moving. But yeah. I thought the Wii U was good when it came out. Unfortunately, it didn't have a lot of great games, and it didn't end up getting a lot of great games due to its unique way of playing games and Nintendo's insistence that games specifically be made for the Wii U's gimmicks and everything, and it's like game companies just weren't making games for it, and it's like, yeah, when you give them a huge limiter like that, they're not gonna make games for it. You screwed yourself. You made the Wii, and suddenly you get too cocky. And now you pay for it. Alright, everyone. We are here. You may now drop your sticks. You may now switch to your other hand. And drop your egg. Good. You're all learning and obeying. Fascism will rule the world. It will be the correct way. No. Anyway. Let's make a bed. Wait, no. Add to the pile. Start construction. Settle! Excellent. We did it. Okay, gonna catch up with the comments here. What was I talking about earlier? I don't even remember. Oh, right, the Wii U and the Switch. But yeah. I'm a little sad that the Switch didn't do all that well. I still do wish that, as much as I love Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on the Switch, I do kind of wish they would get switched over, or Switch. On the Wii U, I wish they would get to be on the Switch. That'd be nice. I'd buy them again. I'd be like 3 versions of the games that I own, but I'd still buy them, because I'm pathetic like that. Anyway. Only time I died in Twilight Princess was just before you get Midna special circle attack. Yeah, I think I died a couple times, but that's because I'm terrible at games. Turning into a wolf was a fun time, but it was annoying you had to do it out of view. When you play Majora's Mask, you can turn into another race in front of other people, okay? Yeah, but it made it feel more authentic that way. That way you could scare people as a wolf. But anyway. Majora's Mask had a racist dog. Oh. That was fun. Twilight Princess had incredibly stupid civilians who thought you were a monster instead of what you were, an oversized doggy. I mean, if you saw a huge wolf in town, you'd probably be scared too. Wolves aren't exactly cuddly doggos. They are quite vicious. Unless you're one of those idiots who thinks, "Oh, it's just a doggy. I'll go pet it." It's like the people who go over to a Galding bison out in the wild thinking it's just like a cow, and then get surprised when they get skewered. It's like, well, why did it do that? Because it's a wild animal, you dumb fuck. What do you think was gonna happen? The dog in Clacktown Square attacks you if you're in Deku form. I think it runs away if you're in Goron form. Oh, by the way, if you go to the Bombchu shop lady, she'll react differently to you depending on what race you are. Like, I thought that was interesting. The dog is super annoying, especially at the beginning of the game. Kind of is. Did anyone ever see the fan-made trailer for Wii U Majora's Mask? It looked better than what Nintendo would have done. I remember seeing that. That looked amazing. It also looked completely unrealistic for what a game it will ever look like, because it was way too detailed. And I'm pretty sure no game, no matter how advanced our technology gets, is ever going to look like that. Because, let's be honest, think about some of the most recent, really high-end, super detailed games out there. You look at them and there's some people like, oh man, that looks amazing. And I'm like, this is going to look dead in about 5 years. Because it doesn't look that good. It looks kind of impressive now, but that's only because everything looks bad, given a little bit of time. Which is kind of sad. Like, the only stuff that lasts is the really stylized stuff. Which is why I still think stylized games are the superior type of video games. Bayonetta, Pokken got Switch releases. Why not classic Zelda games? Bayonetta got a Switch release? I didn't even know that. Apparently, though, adding wolves to, I think, Yellowstone Park or Yosemite healed the problems in the ecosystem. You can probably look up the video on it. I mean, wolves are important to the ecosystem. By the way, fun fact, if there's a lot of deer in the vicinity, the wolf population is lower. Everyone thinks that deer are these gentle, gentle animals who get eaten by the vicious predators. They're fucking deer. They have spears for feet and daggers for horns. Multiple daggers on their heads. It's like, no, these are not defenseless creatures. These are one of the most aggressive killers in nature. During mating season, they literally murder things around them. They have literal murder boners. Because they're so agitated. But yeah, deer are fucked up. That's why we hunt them. They taste good. Why don't you respect the animal? Because it's a deer. Why would a deer need your respect? Actually, look up about them. You'll find that they aren't worth much. Anyway. Majora's Mask is such a great game. It is great. I'm not a big fan of the time restraints on it with the 3-day cycle. I mean, in theory it sounds really good, but in practice it's really annoying. I do like the game, though. Like, I think a lot of the game is really great. Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, that came out kind of broken, so I don't really know if we can count that one. That fake Zelda movie trailer? You mean the April Fool's one? I remember that one. Yeah, stylized games do look better and age better. I mean, to be honest, look at some of the stuff that came out during the NES and the SNES era, and you'll find games that still look good to today's standards, and that's when people were still figuring out how to make games. Stylized games aren't superior just because they age better, but they also don't look all look the same. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Undertale looks timeless and is really good. I would argue that parts of it look timeless. There are a few parts, like at the very beginning of the game, it's kind of very underwhelming. Like, there's not a lot of details anywhere. There's not a lot going on anywhere. It seems very bare bones. I actually quit playing the game because of how bored I was during the, like, tutorial area. But after you get past that point, I felt like the game picked up a lot. Everyone was talking about how good it was, and I'm like, alright, I'll go back and try it out again. Xana even said how good it was, and I'm like, oh, I trust your opinion, so I guess I'll try it out again, and I had a lot of fun, so, yeah. Undertale is a good game, in my opinion. But yeah, stylized games, I definitely love that they're superior, not just because they age better, but because they do look unique. Like, even this game doesn't look perfectly unique or anything. Like, it's really good, but I would never look at it and say, oh man, what a unique looking game. Like, no, it's not. Like, I've seen games that look very similar to this. Where are all the warming leaves? That's one thing I haven't seen so far. Are there no warming leaves here? That's a surprise. That's actually a pretty big surprise. I don't think I've ever seen any other area that that doesn't have warming leaves. Nights are gonna be a pain in the ass here, that's for certain. Huh. Weird. Those are all gazelle. I'm not entirely certain what those are. Huh, that is weird. Oh well. Like I said, such is life. Take a monkey nap. Oh yeah, purple everywhere. We're talking about the Undertale intro or whatever it was. Tutorial level. And now I'm getting thirsty. Watching these monkeys drink is getting me thirsty. Alright, let's make a few more beds. You got advanced auto parts for $10.50 an hour. Oh, I think that's a decent starting wage. I've seen worse. Alright. You gotta beat the heat. Let's see, I kind of just want to keep talking about Nintendo and Zelda games. And the superiority of amazing stylized games. You know, one thing I kind of miss, but I know they're never going to go back to, and I don't really blame them for not doing this. The 2D sprite Pokemon games. Like, again, I know they're never gonna go back to that, but there was just... I always found something so charming about it. Like, I don't know. There's just something so charming about those 2D games that the 3D games just don't seem to quite have a grasp on. And oddly enough, the game that I've seen that seems to have the closest grasp to it wasn't one of the main Zelda games. It was a remake of Gen 1, the Let's Go games. Like that actually, I don't like its catching system or its grinding system where you just catch Pokemon and that gains you experience points. That doesn't make any sense. But I looked at a lot of the rest of the game, and I thought it looked great. I actually really liked it. Thought that was a really good game. Again, I didn't buy it or play it myself because of the, throw the Wiimote or the Joy-Con at the screen to catch a Pokemon. It's like, yeah, no, I don't need to break anything. No, thank you. I barely played my Wii that way. Why would I play that with my Joy-Cons? No thanks. That's partially why I'm such a fan of the Toon Link game. Yeah. I really liked Minish Cap. I thought Minish Cap was a ton of fun. Partly because it wasn't just Ganondorf as the main villain again. But also partly because it was a well-made game. I don't blame you, I always loved the 2D Pokemon sprites myself. Yeah. Again, I always found them charming. I especially like some of the Pokemon themselves. Like, if you go to, like, Heart Gold or Soul Silver and look at the Slowpoke sprite, the in-battle Slowpoke sprite, it just looks like it's just chillaxing there. It looks like it's just comfortably just looking at you like, hey, what's up? I'm a Slowpoke. Like, I thought that was so charming. I love that so much. And unfortunately, now we just have them kind of standing there with a stupid look on their face, being all 3D and shit. And I'm like, huh. This has surprisingly less character and less interest to me than the still frame 2D image that we used to have for Pokemon. So, I don't know. It could just be that I'm a old coot stuck in his old ways, but I really, really liked the 2D games. I thought there was a lot of fun with it. Oh yeah, the Let's Go games. I would have bought it if there was a Meowth version. Meowth version. I kind of like the Eevee and the Fat Pikachu. Though I think the Fat Pikachu was actually in Gen 8, so I don't know. Whatever. Gen 5 is when Pokemon look the best. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I was gonna try to think of anything that I disagree with that, but no, it looked the best then. I may not have liked all the Pokemon designs, and again, I've mentioned this before, that my issue with the experience points distribution, but otherwise, the overworld visuals and everything like that, I thought were great. I thought it was a really good game. I thought that was like the peak. And unfortunately, it was the peak because we've been going down ever since. Anyway. They should make it so you can make the in-battle sprites go back to 2D as a visual option. Oh, that's asking for a lot. That's asking for a lot. I don't think they're gonna bother putting in something like that. Minish Cap is probably my favorite 2D Zelda game. Same. Although I do think it is like objectively the best 2D Zelda game, but a lot of people will say that about A Link to the Past. But I personally think Minish Cap was the best of the best when it came to 2D Zelda. Remember when Hitmontop spun on its head? I mean, that's what he does. He's a top. And his head is the top. Sorry that I just have a pause screen here, but I just kind of want to geek out about 2D video games. Because I love 2D video games. I absolutely adore them. Like, I play a lot of... I play a number of indie games that are 2D. Like, when I got into college, instead of buying like a PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 or something like that, I instead bought a PlayStation 2 that could play both PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games, and just started buying games for those. Any game that caught my fancy. There were a few 3D games, but a lot of them were 2D. And man, they are still good. I mean, you've seen me playing Grandia. It's still one of my favorite games of all time. And I still think it holds up pretty damn well. Like, I just love 2D games. They are so charming. They are so much fun. I hate that we went into this realistic, I'm doing quotes by the way, realistic 3D games, which look awful after a few years. Every single one of them. No matter how good they look awful after a few years. I like Witcher 3, but even that game is starting to look a little iffy to me now. Like, after a few years, it's just every single one of those games just starts looking worse and worse and worse. Whereas the 2D games, they're just as good now as they were back then. It's like, why would you ever make anything else? I mean, I know why you'd make any other things. You can't exactly do some of the things you can do in 3D games in 2D games. Like, there are limitations. And, again, for a game like this, Ancestors, I definitely think it works best in 3D. And I do really enjoy it. Again, it's now one of my favorite games. But visually, 2D games are just... They can be just as good and pretty to look at today as they were 10, 20, 30 years ago. And that's great. I think that's amazing. Which makes me sad that there's not near as many anymore. Unless there's indie games, which thankfully... I love that indie games are basically giving AAA games a run for their money. Like, there are some indie games that are just so successful that AAA games are like, should we actually be worried about this? Because these games are doing just as good, if not better, than our games. And it's just made by a few people that live in their basements, like, or work in their basements. Like, does this just show how shitty of a company we are that these people can make such better games than us? Like, think of Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was made by 3 guys who just came up with the game together and wanted to make it. I think it was just 3 guys. I need to I need to do my fucking research, but they released the game. You only bought the base game, and then you got free DLC as it's continued, and it was like, what? And it's one of the most popular games out there. It's beautiful to look at. It's a fun game. I have not beaten it. I don't think I ever will because it's very, very difficult, and I'm not good enough at video games to ever finish it, but I bought it. I played it. I still love it. I don't think I'll ever beat it, but I still love it. I don't know. Can we geek on Discord? Just make a channel for talking about this? I mean, is Aaron still in the chat? Because that's kind of his domain, is the Discord. I mean, again, I've mentioned this before. I would like to have my own Discord, but I feel like that would be a lot of work to maintain it and keep track of what everyone's doing, make sure no one's breaking any rules, and make sure no one's putting in links to questionable sites or uploading uploading like sexting or whatever the fuck term it is to the Discord or anything like that. Like, that just sounds like a pain in the neck for me. So I don't want to deal with that, and I don't really have time to deal with that. So yeah, sadly, Discord isn't really going to be much of an option for me. So I rely on people like Aaron and the like to make the Discords, and I just kind of hang out on those. Did you ever play A Link Between Worlds? I did. It's a good game. I honestly kind of liked it. I kind of wish the story was a little more prominent, but at the same time, I did like what I was given and how it was given to me. I only played through the whole thing once, but I do think it is a good game. So yeah, and it's stylized. It's stylized, so it's gonna last for years to come. Because stylized games, whether 2D or 3D, will always last. Rather than the live action stuff. I know I was mostly talking about 2D games, but it really is like anything that's stylized, whether it's 2D or 3D, that will outlast any of the realistic games. Anyway, let's see. It's really not asking for that much. The Switch version of Dragon Quest XI has a sprite mode. Yeah, but Dragon Quest XI was allowed to have time to make it. Pokemon is never allowed time to make their games. Because they got to get it out at a schedule. They have to get it out at this point, at that point, because they got to sell the toys. They got to make the TV shows. They got to make the cards and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, just let them make the games. That's the reason people like your stuff. It's because of those damn games. You jackasses. You should really try Disgaea, man. Those games are sprite-based. Yeah, I have a few of them. I just need to sit down and play them. I know they're fun. I've played enough of them to know that they're pretty fun. I'm not a big fan of the gameplay element itself, but I think that's just because the tactics style of battle. No, I can't say that because I love Fire Emblem. So I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot to remember for the Disgaea stuff. Either that or I'm just not used to it. It could just be that I'm just not used to it. I don't know. It's been a while since I played. I'll have to check it out sometime. Stylized, cartoony art styles make 3D games still able to hold up long-term visually. But there's such a leaning toward realistic most of the time. That's because people are dumb. When Wind Waker came out, people were angry because it wasn't realistic looking. It wasn't, they wanted a realistic Legend of Zelda. They wanted realistic graphics this, realistic graphics that. I don't know why you ask for that, because it gets dead after a few years. Even Ocarina of Time doesn't look as good as it used to. And that was pretty stylized as it was. What do you use to record on PC? What do you mean record on PC? You mean OBS? because I use OBS for games like this, where it's on my computer. Otherwise, I mean, I can use OBS for this too, but I have a capture device for my consoles. I just plug them into the capture device, and I can play the game and record it on onto my computer. So I have OBS as a system. I have, what's it called? The PVR2 Gaming Edition or something like that. PVR HD 2 Gaming Edition capture unit. It's really good. Like, I did a Wind Waker on it, and as you've seen in my episodes, like, those are all my recordings, and they look crystal clear. Like, it's amazing how clear it looks. It takes up a lot of space because those are big videos, but they look amazing. Metroidvania tends to be my favorite indie games. Damn, do I love me a good indie Metroidvania. Yeah, they are pretty fun. I always get lost in them, and I can't figure out what I'm doing or where I'm going. But a lot of people like those, and I can see why. Also, I see someone likes indie Metroidvanias. Yes, they are good. Holy shit, I haven't seen Taberpaw in ages. Really? Well, welcome! Welcome back! I need to hurry up and put up my next episode. I just need to get inspired for it. Oh, not inspired for it. I just need to sit down and freaking do it. I get so self-conscious about my recordings nowadays because I'm not sure how good I'm doing the recording, and every time I try to talk in loud voices, the microphone seems to peak, and it just causes audio issues, and it annoys me so much. And anyway, I miss the days where I didn't care. I miss the days I didn't care about the quality of stuff. That I could just put out stuff constantly. Oh well. At least my stuff is good now. Or better, anyway. I don't know if calling it good is a stretch. It's better. It's definitely better. Look at big adult games from PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 eras. And man, TY and Tasmania and Tiger looks better than Max Payne now. I mean, yeah. Wait, people care about realistic graphics? Oh, there is such a demand for it. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why it's such a demand for realistic graphics. It doesn't make any sense. I remember having a friend in high school who was convinced Minecraft was a shitty game because Minecraft's graphics weren't realistic. Ugh. Sound like your friend was an idiot. No offense. I mean, I don't know how you could not take offense to that, but your friend was an idiot. I mean, I'm not a big Minecraft person. I've never really played it. I don't think I have ever played it, actually. But even I can tell that it looks like a good game. It looks like a game that people can have a lot of fun in. You know, a lot of fun playing, so... It's Legos on... It's a computer Legos game. That's what it is. Like, who doesn't love Legos? Stupid people, that's who. Oh, could you DM me a link for the OBS download on Discord? I've been thinking about recording some PC games for my channel. You should just be able to type in OBS download. I have specifically I have what is it? OBS Studio, I think? Yes. OBS Studio. You should just be able to type it into Google, like OBS Studio, and that's it. You can easily find where you can download it. It's perfect. It's absolutely free to download and use, and it's great. Like, it's honestly great. Like, holy shit. Like, once in a while I have issue with trying to stream. Like, right now the stream is running fine, but once in a while I'll get a little issue here and there, but I think that has to do with more with my internet and me living in the middle of nowhere. So, you know, there's that. But yeah. OBS, I think, OBS, specifically OBS Studios, is really, really damn good. So I would highly recommend it. if you're looking for recording gameplay to put on a YouTube channel. It's like saying Hollow Knight is bad because the bugs hardly look like bugs. That would be stupid to say that. Yeah, people do care about realistic graphics for some reason. I've even seen idiots defend crunch culture for the sake of graphics. Crunch culture? I'm not sure what crunch culture is, but if it's what I think it is, then that's bad. Once I beat Twilight Princess and Wind Waker in my own time, I may go back and record them. Oh, yeah. They are fun games. Wind Waker for me especially, while recording the footage for that for Wind Waker HD Abridged, I just kept going back through the game and playing through it again and again and again to get the footage that I needed. And each time I had to go back and play through it again to get the certain footage that I need, I'm like, oh no, I have to go back and play my favorite game again to get the footage. Woe is me. Like, just so sarcastically. Because I absolutely love that game. And I love that I can go back and play through it quickly. Like, the dungeons, like, people complain that the Wind Waker dungeons are too straightforward. I love that because it doesn't waste my fucking time. Like, Twilight Princess dungeons, I have to go over here and then go back through what I've already been through to get over there, and then I go back through what I've already been through to get over here, and it's like, ugh, I hate backtracking. I really do. I really do not care for backtracking. It feels like such a padding on games. But, yeah, I like Wind Waker because it doesn't waste my time. I am willing to watch Tauber streams. Hey, I'm willing to have you. It's always fun to have people come and join me on this. I've been doing them a lot more often, usually sometime after 3 o'clock. That's usually when I get off of work. And there's some days where I don't live stream because I'm just not feeling up for it that day. But no, it seems lately I've been doing streams every single day. So there you go. Not every single day, but very, very often. So basically somewhere around 3:20, 3:30, just pop into my channel, see if I'm streaming, and usually I will be. So there you go. There's how you can get to me. Bro, Lego Star Wars on PS2 still looks great. There's a lot of games that look great because they're stylized. Looks great on the PSP too. Fair, I just worry about safety. Some sites have fake malware filled download. That is true. That is true. But honestly, the only link I'd be able to send you is the one I would find on Google, so I might as well just send you to Google. Just, be careful. Make sure it's a legit site. I legit love Lego games that use the story of popular movies. I love how they put a twist to the movies with Lego humor. That is kind of fun. I love Lego Harry Potter, having fun with Jurassic World as well. Yep. Crunch culture is the working on a strict time crunch and it being acceptable that those workers are underpaid and underappreciated. Rockstar is infamous for it. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. And yeah, no, that's bullshit. That is absolutely bullshit. Like, I mean, Rockstar Games has made some really good games, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely one of my favorite games. I believe that's Rockstar if I'm right, but yeah, no, that's inexcusable. That's what Game Freak did to the Pokemon games. Like, no, fuck you. I would rather wait for a good game than instantly get a bad one. And Cyberpunk 2077 is a perfect example of this. Like, you get all these people demanding that the game comes out now, And then they do that, and it's like, it's bad! Why would you release it now? Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. You don't get to demand a game come out early and then complain that it came out early. Fuck off. I'm sorry, I can't stand that shit. Like, I just... Ugh. Anyways, moving on with the chat here. I just love interacting with the chat. You guys are great. Facts. Got a favorite character in Wind Waker? Tetra. I mean, there's no comparison, honestly. I mean, have you seen her ass? It is a great ass. It's so round. But yeah, no, Tetra's a great character. Like, if more Zeldas were as interesting as Tetra, I would have a lot more favorite Zeldas in the Zelda games. Like, right now, my favorite Zeldas are Tetra, the Skyward Sword Zelda, and Breath of the Wild Zelda, because those are the most interesting Zeldas. Oh, and Spirit Tracks Zelda. Other than that, though, there's not really a lot of personality among them. They're mostly just, you know, oh, I'm sorry for getting you involved in this, Link. This is all my fault, yada, yada, yada. It's like, that's every single Zelda, and I'm so sick of it. Bring us more Tetras. Bring us the badass pirates. She was cool. She was awesome. Give me more, please. Crunch culture is when you force your employees to work overtime, often without paying them extra, and the expense to their health. Yeah. It's crap. I remember as a kid, I had the Zelda Collector's Edition that had the Wind Waker demo. It was basically a time-limited version of the game with a few starting points you could try from... Bleh. One was Dragon Roost Cavern, and I got into trying to speedrun the dungeons fast enough to get a sneak peek at the boss of the dungeon. Oh, nice. So basically anti-worker. Yes! Basically that. Not just Rockstar, Naughty Dog too. There's a lot that are like that, and it's garbage. Streaming EST Central or Pacific time. Central. I live in Minnesota, so it's Central time. So about 3:30 Central time. If you live in Pacific, or if you live on Eastern Standard, it would be 4:30. If you live on Pacific, it's 1:30. Mountain time is 2:30. You know what? You can Google it and figure it out. If you live in the easternmost part of Canada, it's 5:30. Anyway. It's how I feel about Silksong currently. As much as I want it to release soon, I'm fine with TC taking their time to make a great game. Yes! Yes! I mean, it's probably going to be just as hard as Hollow Knight, and I'm probably never going to be able to finish it, but I am definitely getting Silksong because I just love the Hollow Knight world. It looks so amazing. The games are fun, even if they are ridiculously hard. Like, and I'm fine with it taking as long as it needs to be good. Like, it can take another 2-3 years, and I'd still be fine with that. I hope it doesn't take that long, but I'm fine with it taking that long. I will wait for a good game rather than get a bad game right away. The looks Tetra gives Link, though. Exactly. No, the problem with crunch culture isn't even the quality of the game, it's the abuse that the workers suffer. It often deteriorates their mental health. Yeah. Yeah. It's awful. Anyone who is okay with crunch culture is a piece of shit. Like, I say this to anybody. If you think that's okay, then you go do that job. You go work for them. You put up with that shit. If you can do that, then I'll believe you that crunch culture is not, is defendable. But guess what? No one's gonna do that because it's terrible. I like Breath of the Wild Zelda. She had decent depth. Tetra and Breath of the Wild Zelda were probably the most interesting Zelda iterations. I think that is accurate. I mean, I love Spirit Tracks Zelda and Skyward Sword Zelda, but yeah, Tetra and Breath of the Wild Zeldas were definitely the best because they had the most personality. Spirit Tracks Zelda is so charming. I love it when she goes nuts about the fact that they're going to use her body to revive the Demon King, and she basically just goes up to Link and is just staring him down like, you need to save me. You need to save my body. You need to get shit done. And she even goes on this, like, what's the term? She even acknowledges the stereotype. Like, it's a little fourth wall break there, and I love it. You're the first person from Minnesota I know to pronounce it as Minnesota and not Minnesota. I mean, I kind of switched between the two. Minnesota. I don't know. It's kind of interchangeable for me. Kind of like saying soda or pop. Like I switch between the two all the time. I think I say pop more often than soda, but again, I switch between them a lot. I love that I'm not even playing the game in this gaming stream now. I'm just talking to you guys. Not that I'm not having fun. I'm also fine with the Digimon Survive release getting delayed so much as long as the game is good and there's a healthy work environment. Yes! Yes! Good games and healthy work environments. Healthy work environments make better games. This is fact. I will clap this as many times until it sinks in for people. Because seriously, that's just something you need to do. I am Monkey. But yeah, I'm not sure there's anything else I really want to do in the game today. Unless we got more stuff to talk about in the chat, because I'm having fun with that. Otherwise, in the game, there's not really much else I want to do for today. So, just gonna walk around a little bit, let the chat run for a second, and try to keep up with it for a bit. We'll get some coconuts. We'll shake the tree and get some coconuts. Put the monkey in the coconut. Drink the monkey. Buddy, are you seriously sitting on my coconuts? Dude. Heck is wrong with you? I'm gonna move these. I don't need you sitting on my coconuts. It's just rude, man. It's rude. Alright, is there other palm trees around here? There's one. those coconuts go? Huh. Do they fall over here? No coconuts, where are you at? I think I only picked up 2 of them. Oh, wait. Found one. There's the other one. Got him. They're hiding under the leaves. And now, to shill them. Or shuck them, whatever the term is. There we go. Anyways, how's the chat going? How would you emulate Spirit Tracks and its mic mechanic for the pan flute? How would I emulate? Oh, what with like an emulator? I have no idea. I have no idea. I didn't record my footage for that one. I took that from somebody else. The touchscreen stuff, I'm pretty sure that you just use a mouse for that. I'm also excited a game that uses mostly 2D graphics with exploration, puzzle solving, character interaction, and SRPG combat. Count me in, especially with Digimon. Yeah? Touchscreen stuff would be using a mouse to tap stuff, which is what I just said. But I'm pretty sure you put that comment down before I said it. So I will not take credit for the idea and call you an ass. There we go. I'm shucking these nuts. These coconuts. Want to send you a recording of part of Midna's Lament? I mean, I know Xana played it on the piano once. Any other sticks around here that didn't get picked up? Oh, there's one. That is not what I was trying to pick up. There we go. I'll just eat this. What the? I was trying to stand up. Oh, there are no rocks around here either. Why do people call this the best spot? It's not near as good as they claim. Or crocodile eggs there. We'll eat them later. Somebody is messaging me. Ah, Nice. I like it. As fire burns in the background, you skin nuts. I mean, those are meteors, but sure. Got an acoustic guitar. Oh, nice. I lament that we can't get a Midna spin-off. I'm like really hoping that the next Breath of the Wild game has the Twilly race. I mean, I know I'm pretty sure it's not going to, but I'd be really happy if it did. Because we got the Rito again. We got the Rito, we got the Koroks. Like, now we just need the Twilly. And we'll have completed the Triforce. If you can become a different species in this game, could you become a Tapire and name yourself Tapire Paul? That would be fun, but unfortunately, we're stuck in just becoming human. Baboot may have been me sending you the MP3 lol. Yep. Spore is underappreciated. It is. I agree with Annam. It's definitely a fun game. It gets a little lost in itself as the game progresses, but I think everyone's favorite part of the game is definitely the creature creator aspect and the stages for that. At least I think so. That's what I've heard anyway. I kind of like the civilization stage, and the space stage definitely has a number of things that are fun about it, but I think the creature creator part was definitely the best part of the game. They almost had the Minish in Breath of the Wild? Really? But decided shrinking and such would be too much work. That would be a little iffy, I think, but interesting idea. What if there's a Midna amiibo, and if you scan it, you can get it as a buddy like Wolf Link. I mean, I've got the Wolf Link amiibo with Midna sitting on Wolf Link. I got that with the Twilight Princess game, because I wanted a little statuette with Midna. Wolf Link was just a bonus. I never used the thing, but it's here. I see so many of videos of people making crude or laughable creatures in Spore now. It has seemed to have resurged in popularity lately, hasn't it? Like, I've noticed that. Like, more and more people are going back to that game and just making weird creatures, which is the whole fun part of the game, and making stuff that's weird and interesting. And I'm falling asleep. Wake up, you monkey. But yeah, the game has definitely been regaining a sort of fan base with it as of late, which I think is good. You know what? I just realized something. I have all this neural energy, and I have not reset these two nodes here yet. I think I have everything else filled out here. Yep. Still plenty of stuff I haven't unlocked yet, but I'm not going to unlock everything. Basically, our goal for this game is just to get to the ocean, which we're halfway there. The second half should definitely take a lot less time than the first half took us. Anyway. Did you get emotional when you left Grandma on the island in Wind Waker? I got... The first time I played that, I think I did get a little emotional, but not much. I didn't really start tearing up at emotional scenes until I was in college. Like, I don't know what happened, but I never cried to anything in games or movies or TV shows or anything like that until I went to college. And then I watched Fruits Basket, and I saw the ending to Fruits Basket, and I just bawled. Well, I didn't exactly bawl, but it was the first time that I had tears streaming down my face because of emotional moments in a TV show or anything like that. Otherwise, I was just a hardened child who was dead to the world. The world is dead to me, as I am to it. Anyway. I can definitely say I get emotional now to the grandma scene. Oh, there's basalt here. Nice. I could use that. Use that for the coconuts. And did I notice the beehive here before, or was that just my imagination? That must have just been my imagination. I think there's a beehive over here, though. Yep, there it is. You can't see it from here, but it's right on that tree. Ah! I'm okay. I lived, bitch! There's the beehive. Now I can get some honey. We'll put this rock with the coconuts. Since we got no limes. Let me see here. That always makes me happy when a game that lived past its prime gets new appreciation. Yeah, that's always a fun moment. I cried the first time I saw that scene. Granted, I was a kid who cried about just about everything back then. That's nothing to be ashamed about. You just were more in touch with your emotions. I was a kid who just liked telling jokes and being happy all the time and was like, screw all the other emotions. It's like, missing out on a lot of things there, bud. Get more emotional when you leave King Red Lines at the bottom of the ocean. At least you can visit Grandma whenever you want. Oh, then you're gonna love the ending of my series. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you're gonna love the ending of my series. I still get emotional even though I see it more than once. I don't really cry, but I feel bad about it. Yeah. Kind of the same. Yeah, Spore still has dedicated players to this day that's made amazing creatures with the creature creator, and while I'm glad it's getting picked up again, I wish more of them were serious about it. Yeah. I can understand that. I've cried a total of one time when watching an anime. I shed a single tear watching Barefoot Gen? I don't think I've ever seen that one. Most emotional moment from a video game for me is still probably ends up being Grovile's sacrifice in the PMD series. I'm afraid I've never played the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, but I hear they are usually quite emotional. Wouldn't it be terrible if when you return to the island, Grandma's gone and nobody tells you what happened to her? That's what we call a glitch in the game. Wonder if I should get Spore creatures on the Nintendo DS. I've heard that's not quite as good, but I've never checked it myself to be able to confirm. Holy crap, it's only 6:37, it's pitch black outside. I mean, it is winter. I remember when I used to work till 5:30 every day, and I went to work at 6:30, got an hour off for lunch, and then went back to work, and then got off work at 5:30 at night. And basically I would go to work in the dark and come back home in the dark. Like, either way, it was dark out when I was doing that stuff. Oh, that's right. I need to go take care of the dog. My parents are out, so I have to feed the dog, and we feed him at about 6 o'clock. I am looking forward to finding elephants in this game. That's going to be a fun time. There we go. We are hungry and thirsty. I have the solution to both of these problems. Let's see here. One of the most emotional moments in games for me was the ending of Hacker's Memory. Oh yeah, I've actually looked ahead and seen that that ending. That is sad. Oh, intoxicated myself. Oh well. Ate some bad berries. Need to wash it out with water. And look, I found water. But what I really want to get picked up is Spore Hero. It's not amazing, but I enjoyed it a lot. My arms didn't enjoy the shaking, though. Never played Spore Heroes. Barefoot Gen is a movie about the atomic bomb from the perspective of one of the survivors. Ah. Yeah, that's fun. That's always fun. Spiritfarer is really good at making you feel for the characters. I've cried every time I had to bring the passengers to the gateway last I played. Oh, really? I can't lie, last time I slept while listening to Grandma's theme 10-hour loop. Oh. Such a chill song. It is a pretty chill song. I'll agree with you on that. Spore Arena on the DS. Ah. Well, guys, as much as I want to continue this conversation, I've got to go feed the dog, so I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you, everyone, for joining the stream with me. Thank you for enjoying this game and just having a conversation with me. I always enjoy the talks that we can sometimes have with these. It's a lot of fun. That back. But yeah, thank you very much, and hopefully eventually we'll be able to get beyond that horizon right over there and get to the ocean and maybe even find some elephants. Who knows? Feel free to bother me on Discord if you ever wanna. I will think about it. Was a fun stream. Yeah, I thought so. Thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the night. I have the weekend off. I'll either be spending it drawing, working on my episode, cleaning my apartment, playing this game, or whatever else I can think of. A lot of stuff that I want to do and never get done. So, you know. Bye, Paul. Hope to see you tomorrow. Hope to see you guys tomorrow as well. Chintara17, if you're still in the chat, thank you very much for rediscovering me and joining us for the stream. It was it's always nice to have someone who has been gone for a while and comes back. It's always a fun time. Anyway, thanks everybody. I'll see you again next time, and goodbye.